first welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll run on first down. It's Jordan, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Kaepernick. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Returnable for Dorsett. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Clock clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 25 on second down, Fields. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. He finds his man complete. That's Jordan. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Fields on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Fields. That's to his running back, complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields throwing again. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now the snap comes at one. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Off play action, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Play action. Now Kaepernick. That's complete to John Ross. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Eric Wilson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Fields. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
To the air again, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cohen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He decided to run a hitch.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Buying time to his left.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Unfortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They'll go again with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
From his own end zone, Fields.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, I like this call. I know they weren't successful on it, but so many times defenses load up trying to get a safety when you're in this spot. How about taking the shot downfield, hoping to use their momentum against them? They didn't get it, but I sure like what they were doing there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Oh, a quarterback sneak on second down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw from his end zone. Fields.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jordan Willis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Completes it out left to Waring. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Jordan. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Desmond King picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll roll him out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Jordan. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Jordan. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Well, they're inching closer and closer here to their own goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup, the